Hello, Atta, welcome. Before we get into the properties and numbers, could you please introduce yourself?
Thank you, Himanshu, firstly, for inviting me for the podcast. I am Atali. I have been in IT for the last 15 years as a DevOps architect, IT architect, and I have been a serial investor, specifically investing in real estate for the last almost 9 years now. This is my fourth property, what I have done with you.
Atta, when did you started your investment journey?
I've been an investor for the last almost 9 years now, specifically in real estate industry in Australia as well as in India. Basically, I used to work for a real estate firm back in 2016 and 17 when I came from India to Australia, and in that company, I used to work as a system admin, and they used to do a lot of business with selling the lots and house and lands. That is when basically my inclination towards investing into real estate industry started. So specifically around 2017.
Yeah, that back then it was a very good market.
Yeah, it was a really good market. Specifically, I was eyeing the suburbs around western suburbs of Melbourne. So I started my journey um in 2017 by investing in one of the properties in western suburbs. Yeah.
And before we started working together and comparing the journey when you started in 2016 and today, what was the main challenges and the frustrations given the trend and markets today?
I would break down my, interest into real estate into two parts. One is pre-COVID and one is post-COVID. Pre-COVID, it was, predominantly the cash flow into the market was positive. The interest rates was almost like 2.3, 2.2. So I was quite happy and positioned myself into a very comfortable position. But after COVID, because of the rising interest rates and the real estate industry was not doing well, specifically in Melbourne, so I was really apprehensive in investing. So yeah, before this property, which I went ahead with Shri Homes, my major concerns was the rising interest rates and the market around Melbourne
Negative cash flow.
and negative cash flow.
Like investors like you, when they go bigger numbers and negative cash flow is again a problem,
Absolutely, no two thoughts about it. Because I've seen my friends, a lot of friends who have sold their property in the last couple of years because they were not able to sustain the monthly installments. But I was able to manage because of the incoming cash flow from my other sources. So I was lucky enough to survive this wave of high interest rates and the down market what we have been through.
I remember when we met, there was a lot of discussion around the what type of property, what type of land you should buy, which will suit your portfolio at this point in time. Would you want to explain that?
Yeah, I remember specifically speaking to one of your consultants at Shri Homes around mid of 2024. I was really confused, to be honest, because of the rising interest rates. RBA was not taking down the interest rates, and plus the negative cash flow I was incurring in my previous investments. I had a word with one of your consultants, and I think within like couple of weeks, one of your consultant was able to identify one of the lots in the area which I identified, and it suited my budget. So we went around, had a look, and we were able to get that lot in a bargain price. And then we started the conversations around designing and engineering the house, and that went for almost like 6 to 8 weeks. Because it was a small lot, but my concern was not to have a negative gearing in this property, this investment. Shri Home suggested me to go for boundary to boundary construction with four bedrooms and plus two garages, and that design actually suited my expectation, and then we went ahead with the journey. So yeah.
Yeah. How did you like the design and consultation of designing customer?
It was not straightforward, to start with. We had a lot of discussions over the phone, in the office. Some of the designs which was suggested initially, I had some reservation. Then we came to conclusion on one of the final designs. after almost 6 to 8 weeks of continuous discussion and collaboration. Yeah, that was a result of a lot of hard work and collaboration.
Yeah, because that was, we wanted to achieve the end goal of getting it designed in a way that you can have right.
Absolutely. If I look back, the experience what I had and the intention with which I started this journey of investing into this property was not to have a negative gearing. And it has been like 3 months now. The tenant has moved in, and I'm not incurring any negative cash flow on this specific investment. So I'm really excited. I'm happy.
We wanted double garage and 4 bedroom.
I know.
At the same time, we wanted the bigger kitchen.
Absolutely. I think it was nicely put. Initially we were struggling to have the 4th bedroom. It was a bit of struggle.
We had few conversation around the where you were concerned about the selection and all, and you did not have time to do all that stuff.
I know that's a funny one. If I look back, I had always had the issues whenever there is options given to me, and I get confused whenever there is multiple options presented. So it was really good experience. Once again, when I visited the office of Shri Homes, the consultant already had the preset color selection, and we spent considerable amount of time in selecting. I had some suggestions, and then they were able to match my selections accordingly. And overall, it was a good experience. And initially, I was not into it because I always get confused with multiple choices. But all in all, really happy with the final outcome.
We try to keep it easy for the investors.
Absolutely.
It's it's a very time consuming thing, and then we do have a preset mood boards, and this pick and choose ones, which has been working for us for a.
And including in this investment, it worked wonders. It was straight away because it was in front of me, the preset selection. It was easier for me to actually pick and choose instead of going through all the catalogs.
And how was the construction experience? And you mentioned a few times that it's again the loan mortgage, and that is going on, and the rent hasn't come yet, and you were worried about the construction time. How was it?
It was. I don't remember exactly, but I think there was some issue with the design, boundary to boundary, and Shri Homes was proactive enough to resolve that situation for me as soon as possible in the journey. So it took extra time, couple of months, but all in all, it was the way it turned out. It is giving me positive cash flow, positively geared, and it has been like 6 months now having a property.
Yeah, I remember we had to follow some regulations in that custom design when we are trying to achieve all your investment goals, and then there few regulation comes in.
I remember exactly. Once after the regulations was through and everything got approved, I think it was a seamless coordination from Shri Homes in all the aspects, from from foundation to the handover. I never had any issues. There was continuous follow-ups from the team on the email, and updates were regularly given to me over the email, as well as on I used to have the conversation as well, weekly conversations. So yeah, no issues as far as all the approvals came in.
West, how was the PCI inspection and the handover?
It's fantastic. I was not expecting the beautiful gift which I received on that day. That was pleasant. Pleasantly, I was bowled over. It was something very, very, at a human level, your team touched me.
Atta, if someone is watching this video right now, what would your advice as an investor, given the Melbourne market? We hope it gets better soon, and it is started to pick up now. What is your advice they should do?
The real estate industry has always given the money in the long run. What I would like to suggest the interested investor is take time, do your own research, look around what's happening, speak to people, and choose the right partner in your journey. That will be my suggestion to go for your investment.
Nice. If you were to explain your journey with us in 1 or 2 sentences, how would you say that?
For me, it has been a great experience. What I had personally experienced with Shri Homes is once we start the project, they take the whole accountability and responsibility of the delivery of the investment, and it takes all the pressure away from the investor, and they are really into it to deliver the product on time with complete responsibility and accountability. So I have become a big fan of Shri Homes.
All right. And it's been 3 months now. How's your experience after the event?
It has been a great experience, to be honest. There were a couple of issues reported by the tenant. It was straight away taken care by the customer service team, and the tenant is really happy now. So all well.
Ata, would you recommend Shri Homes to other investors and who are looking to build a custom home?
Where's my commission?
Commission is a good advice.
Jokes apart, absolutely no two thoughts about it. It has been a 10 on 10 experience with Shri Homes. Definitely, I'm going to recommend and pay for you guys.
Nice. Thank you, Ata. Thank you for today. And hope we'll do many investments together.
Absolutely. Thanks, about take care.